everyone, and welcome back to another gamemaker tutorial. So, I'm currently making a game right now, and yeah, so I have a tutorial, or I have a dialogue system, just like, so this is the game. I have a dialogue system that I think actually looks pretty cool. I'm going to show it. So basically the way it works is, if I run the game, you will see how the system works. So it's a pretty neat system that allows for you to talk to people. It's a one-sided thing. So this will be a two-part series where basically the first section, or the first part section, whatever you want to call it, will be showing you how to do the one-sided thing, where it's only one person talking. And yeah, so here we have the menus, and stuff. We'll simply into that because of the fact I have code ideas. Without further ado, let's get started. So the very first thing we're going to be needing to do is make our object. Nope, not a timeline. I'm going to create an dialogue controller object. So we have our object. We don't want to sprite, and we're going to add a create event. This one is going to be called init the dialogue controller. So we're just going to say dialogue variables. So the first one we're going to need is current text equals 0. Dialogue box size is equal to sprite. Ooh, sorry. Get height and size Y and height S dialogue box. This is just what we're going to be creating. So the size of it is going to be relevant. This is going to actually be relevant. This decides where we're going to be putting our chords for creating it. We're just going to call this as dialogue box, and I'm going to import. It doesn't matter which one you actually use. So yeah, we can go into sprites. This will be in the description. So if you do not want to make your own, you can use this one. Dialog box, import to it. Mine is 399 by 133, and it's just this 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a 11 pixel wide border, and then a transparent inside. So it's pretty basic. So now we have this. This is actually, you need one more thing, and this is just something we are using a array. Dialog is equal to open and close brackets. So this is called this is an array. So if later on I could be doing like dialog 0 is equal to that, or like dialog 1 equal hello world. So now that we have the first, so this would mean that we're setting the first instance of our dialogue equal to hello world. So now if I did like variable is equal to dialog 0. Now this makes it so that the variable is equal to dialog 0, but so dialog, and because dialog 0 is hello world, that's setting variable equal to hello world. So it's pretty cool. If you want more information, I recommend watching a couple tutorial on it. I don't have one myself, but there are a bunch of others that are really good. So the next step we're going to need, so we're going to create a couple of scripts. So I recommend creating a group of scripts called Dialog. This just makes it a bit neater. So now we can create a script inside of it called Check Dialog. So the first thing we're going to need is checks if a string is short enough to fit a window. If not, splits it into multiple strings. That's exactly what this will do. Period on the end. So then we're already at doing boom 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 returns strings as list arg string at arg width. So this is going to be, so this is going to check everything. The reason we're going to want it to return to the string as it lists because that's going to be useful later on. We want var str equal argument 0 string to split var len is equal to argument 1. This is the max width in pixels, so we're going to say max width in pixels. And var out is equal to DNS list. Create. The list we will output. So then we're going to need, say, split the string into words. I'm going to say var word list. You don't want to say anything. I'm going to say word list list 0. So an array is equal to an empty string, and we're going to say var w equals 0. So we're going to say, we're going to come down here, we're going to say for var I equals 1, I less than or equal to string length str I plus plus. And here we'll just say var character is equal to string at. The string is going to be str and the index is I. Then we're going to say if car equal no, not car, char. So if char is equal to. So if it's a space, then what we're going to do is we're going to say w plus plus. Wordless w equal empty string, and we're just going to say else wordless w plus equals car to the character. So that's the end of that for loop. Then we're going to say var w equal 1 var split is equal to word list 0. So I'm looking at another project, which is why I can do this pretty cleanly. Then we're gonna do, not do, do. I'm gonna say, check if the current word is on our word list. It's on our word replacement list. So to do this, we're going to check if word list W equal so this is going to be very key. So if it's equal to open bracket NL closed bracket, and then we want to say ds list add out split. And then we're going to say split plus W plus. Else if string width split plus word list W less than 1. Two parentheses. So then we need to check if split does not equal a space. Oh no, sorry, if it does not equal a empty character, so no string, split plus equals space, split plus equals word list W plus. Then we want to check another else. And this is just a regular else. So ds list add out split. Split is equal to word list W plus. So right now we currently, I'm gonna finish this. So we have until W equal array length 1D word list. Alright, so and then we just have add any remaining words to the array if split does not equal the thing, ds list add out split. There we go, and then return the final list. return out. Alright, so that was a lot of code. So I'm gonna walk you through it. So yeah, this is a lot of code that we have. So we're checking. So this is basically just all of the stuff in the script. We set up our variables. So we have a string, our length, and the list. So we're just creating a couple more variables, setting our word list to be nothing so far, and we have our W variable. So this is checking. Yeah. So what this is doing is essentially checking if the length, so I is 1, and then we're always checking until, so we're basically just checking the number of characters in the string that we have, and we're setting, and yeah, so we're basically just checking how many things we have, and adding that to the word list. So then we're setting W to 1, and we're getting our split, which is the word list. So then we're just repeatedly doing all of this until our W variable is equal to the array length of word list. So until our W variable is equal to the number of words that we have, or number of characters that we have. So we're checking if word list W, so if the W entry in the word list is equal to open bracket, so in quotes, open bracket, NL closed bracket. Then, if so, DS list add out, comma split. This is just adding our split to the out list. And we're adding one to split, and we're adding one to our W variable. If not, then we're checking if our string width variable, if string width split plus a space plus word list, W's entry in the word list is greater than when, if it's less than the length of the, if it's less than the max width in pixels. If so, then we check if split does not equal an empty string, then we want to add a space to it. Split then plus equals a space, plus equals the W's entry in the word list, and then W plus plus. Else, so if this is not true and this is not true, then we DS plus add out split. Split is equal to word list, the W's entry again, and then W plus plus. And this happens again until this is true. Then once this happens, add any remaining words to the array. So if split does not equal empty string, then DS list add out split, and then return the final list. So that's basically what all of this does. It's pretty useful. We're going to be using this a lot. Well, not really. So we have another variable called start, or another script called start dialog. So it's pretty simple. If not instance exists dialog controller, then we just instance create load, instance create det, sorry. 0, 0, dialog controller. Nothing really new, just the usual creating our dialog controller. So then the next thing we're going to need is draw dialog, a script called draw dialog. So draw dialog. So we're going to need a bunch of variables for this. So / at arg dialog / at arg object x / at arg y, and one more, create. So dialog, the dialog to draw, object, the object to create, should always be the O dialog box object. This is an object for creating later on. Y, the x coordinate we draw at, the y coordinate to at the creating the object that called this script. It's pretty simple. Then we're going to say var text is equal to argument 0. Var obj is object is equal to argument 1. Var underscore x is equal to argument 2. Var underscore y is equal to argument 3. And var creator is equal to argument 4. Okay. So now we have all of our simple variables and everything like that. So now we can do instance create layer, or no, depth, sorry, depth 0, 0, nope, we want underscore x underscore y minus sprite get width s dialog box divided by 6 0. Now again, that number these will change dependent on where everything is going on, or where you want everything to be. So we're actually just going to change that, and we're just going to have it be like that. So then 0, then we're going to have O arrow. This is essentially just going to be a bobbing object that kind of just points to where the creator, like who's talking. So I'm going to say if instance, nope, not cause. If instance exists a dialog box, instance then we want instance destroy of dialog box. So if there is a copy of the dialog box and we want to destroy it, and then we're just gonna say with instant with instance create depth underscore x underscore y plus 10 0 obj. So the object to create, we want dialog equals text and create is equal to created. This is the object, yeah. So that's basic. That's pretty basic stuff. And then we have, so that's the last of the 3 scripts we're gonna need. So we're gonna need to create our dialog box. So O dialog box. We're gonna get the dialog box sprite. And in here we're going to be making a create event, just initializing some variables. So init the dialog box. So dialog is equal to an empty string. So the dialog, it's pretty basic. txt is equal to a empty array text. Prog is equal to 1. This is the amount of text, amount of characters to progress every frame. Then we want current text is equal to current text is 0. So this is essentially our current text in a dialog. Then we want a text SPD. This is the amount of text this is the speed that we are at. This is the amount of characters we have progressed. So we have progressed so far. To text speed, I'm going to set it to 5. The amount of characters to type every frame. Not actually typing it, it's just kind of, that's the look. Okay, text speed start is equal to text speed start is equal to text speed. The starting text speed. And then is drawn. So this is essentially checking. So this is specifically for stuff that I'm doing. So if drawn is false, this is just has all text been drawn to the screen. And then we just want can talk is equal to true. So this is just for specific people, like can people talk. And that's all the variables we actually need. So this is just can people talk. So we're gonna need an alarm. We're gonna need a draw GUI event. This is where all the interesting stuff happens. So this is going to be drawing our text. So drawing the dialogue. This is going to be one of those big blocks of text. So the first thing we're going to need is global.canMove. This is essentially just like your pause variable. So can stuff move? No. So can move is false. So we're going to call the dialogue script. Set font mono. That's the font that I'm using. That's the font that you're going to want to use too. So string is equal to check dialog. So the string and the width. So the string is going to be dialog, and the width is 400. Now again, this only works if you're using the same stuff I am. So this is going to be very depending on what you're using. So add line breaks. So var s is equal to that. For var I equals 0, I less than ds list size strings I plus sorry txt I is equal to ds list find value strings I. I'm done. Now we want s plus equals backslash n, because that's a line break and strings. And we want to add on plus string txt I. I'm going to say if text speed is equal to there's less than or equal to 0, and not is drawn. Then we want prog plus text speed is equal to text speed start var snd. So this is just for sound effects. I'm not going to use that. This is just if you want sound effects. So if you do want sound effects, I'm just going to say for SFX. Then var SND is equal to choose, and then sounds, whatever sounds you want, unless you have more. And then you just want audio, play, sound, SND, and this is just what I have, and then we just add. So that's if you want audio, and then we can basically just check else if text speed is greater than or equal to 0. Text speed minus. Var str is equal to string copy s1 flag text x minus sprite width divided by 2 y. Oh yeah, and then you're gonna have to add on. So you're gonna have to do sprite. So this is from HPCS of the fact I have a border. So sprite width minus 11 because of the fact I have a border. Oh no, sorry, plus 11. Y minus sprite height divided by 2. What? Dead struck mess. I'm an epic gamer. Minus, oh no, sorry, plus 11. And then str. Alright, so then this is specifically for if you have. So I'm just gonna copy out a bunch of code just in case. Yeah, okay. So this is in case you have people that you can talk to. So this is essentially just doing a bunch of stuff. So this is can move is true. Create is right there, and then can talk is false. And then current text is because of the fact that create isn't actually a variable, but it will. And then we just need to make one more event, one more variable called a learn 0. This is specifically for, so I'm again going to copy all of this in. This is specifically for if you have people that you can talk to. So, if you would like, pause the video now. I'm just going to make it small enough. Boom. There we go. Pause the video now, so you can. Yeah, again, pause the video now so you can type it all in. That you can put it all in. This is again just if you have people that you can talk to. This way it actually stops. Go to pause is can move and true. And can move is true. So arrow is going to be a object that we move, that we make, a sprite. Plus arrow, again, I'm going to import something for this. So S arrow. So we import a sprite like this. And then we just make O arrow, and there's a little bit of code we have to put into here. This provides an object. It's just for a special effect that makes it look good. So y is equal to y start plus sin, open parenthesis, get timer, divided by 500,000. Right? Yeah, 500,000. And then you, on the end, after that, multiply by 5. This just gives it a neat bobbing effect and makes it actually look half decent. So there's one more thing I'm going to have to do, and yeah. So I'm going to actually add existing. Oh, no, never mind. I'm just going to create no player object. No, I do not want the help docs. I know what I'm doing. Press play. I'm just gonna make him a green box then, because I can. Because come on, who doesn't like green box things? And we can put you there. If keyboard check VK left, then we want x plus equals 4. VK right is minus y, y minus VK down and VK up. This is just for basic player controls. And again, we only want to do this if global dot can move equal true. Now we're just going to go into grid and say global dot can move is equal to true. So that should work, and then we just need to go into this, and we're going to create S entity. And we're just going to make a dark gray box. So this is the guy we can talk to. So O entity. So then we're going to have to create a couple more objects. So in the create event, we have just a couple of variables. So text, and then we have all of our text. So, hello there, what's your name? Good to see you're happy. I did ask you a question, though. You don't have a name? Okay then. Cool. And then let's have a context variable. So then we're going to go into then we're going to create a collision with a player event. So collision with O player. I'm just going to put in here. So global.talk. I'm just going to set this to be old E. I'm going to say start dialog with script, and then if not instance exists a dialog box, I'm going to say drive dialog, text, current text, dialog, self.x, self.y, y plus draw dialog control, y plus dialog control dialog box size, y minus bright get width self ID. Sprite get height. And that should do it. So now I'm going to go into the room, and I'm going to pop in a clue, and I'm going to pop in the entity, and so we should be able to see this in action if my system works. So wait for the build to run. Build opens, so it cannot move for some reason because I do not know if can move equal true can move strip, right? If I just stop checking if the can move thing is true, just so that. Oh, I know why. I'm stupid. It's because of the fact that I was using WAs and not the arrow keys. I'm a dum dum. Dum dum candy. I am a dum dum. So, as you can see, I can move around. Did you get the arrow key controller messed up? Now if I press the E, we do get. Oh yeah, it's because the fact that we haven't imported our mono. I will have the download thing in the description of the video, so that you can use it yourself. Here. So I'm going to go into my folders. I'm going to go into downloads. And if I find it, I will show you. Oh no, you can see all of my downloads. Oh no, it's the end of the world. No, help. Help. Oh, I'm not going to continue anymore. I'm going to go into downloads. It is not in downloads to keep epic. Once again, I'm going to go into fonts. I'm going to go into mono, and I'm going to, well, yeah. We have mono in the encoded files, so now I'm going to go into fonts, and I'm just going to call this mono. I'm going to set Arial, and we should be able to find, yeah, Deja Vu Sans Mono. Let's see what it looks like. It's pretty cool. And I'm going to double check if I have like a specific size or anything. Fonts, mono, size 12, alright, good. And there we go. I'll go like that. So yeah, that should in fact work. So now we should be able to chat with the guy. We got another arrow. Oh yes, it's because of the fact that I still had. We're going to the dialogue controller. This is just a classical error that you get. Even the best games, like Hyperlight Drifter and Risk of Rain, the devs have had errors. But hello there, Deflate. There you go. That works now. So we do have a bunch of stuff in the wrong position, but yeah. So it draws our dialog box. Hello there. What's your name? And then if you press the shift key, it. Good to see you. Happy. I did ask you a question though. You don't have a name? Okay then. Goodbye. And we can move again. So you're gonna have to fiddle with we are gonna have to fiddle with the positions and stuff, but it works then, right? So yeah. So let's see if we can fiddle with the positions and get it correct. So start dialog is not what we need. It's this. I have to create our thing. So y might plus 10. This goes a bit too far down. So actually no, we can. So in the entity object, we can go into the player. Yeah, wait. Yeah, dialog box. So let's see if we can get the right positions. We'll draw a text. Draw text. That should do a bit of it. So yeah, should have it a bit fixed. So in the next part, I'm gonna be showing you how to make it so it's two parts. Not two parts, but like you can make it so that the person will. You can have two-sided text. So again, let's see if we can try to fix the dialogue issue. Well, not the issue, but like the positioning of the dialogue. Minus right width. I will have the correct code in the description for the script, so don't fret. There we go, that's semi-correct. It's just that we need to upward a bit of it, a little bit. Or at least a little bit. There we go, that's correct. So, and we cannot move as it happens, but once it stops talking, we can move. So that's going to be the end of this tutorial. I hope you like. If you want to see more of this type of content, please like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell to get notified whenever I post a new video. And yeah, eat your chicken, get your protein, and goodbye. Yeah, code I didn't. Because I'm stupid. But basically, this part will be showing you how to do one side. Alright? the second one, how only one person ever actually talks. The second part will be showing you how to make it so that both people can talk. And it was pretty cool. Where you can, and it's very editable. You can have specific things happen at like specific times and stuff. So yeah. Yeah, so if we wait for the project to run, there we go, it's up. Share view. As you can see, when I go out with them, it doesn't do anything but if I press a specific button. That's the restart button. Yeah, because of the fact that I set the chords up wrong. You get the gist. There's still a bit of things that need to happen